أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we'll start off our class with our daily dua. So I'll call a student to the mic. G1775, if you could please unmute yourself. G1775. Okay, so I'll move on to my next participant. G1774, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good.
Good, alhamdulillah. So if you could please start off with dawahs.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
And the translation, please.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected.
Well done, Jazakallah. Moving on to tasmiyah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
And the translation, please.
In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Well done. So as it's Wednesday, we have our opening prayer. I can start reading and then you can follow. ربي علمني ما هو خير عندك. Now if you could,
ربي علمني ما هو خير عندك.
well done, mashallah, good job. And the translation.
O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Well done. And could you lastly read what's in the blue box?
Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, the promised Messiah and Mahdi as-salatu was-salam. How many dreams, visions, and revelations? These are collected together in Tazkirah. The above dua can be found in Tazkirah.
Well done, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. Now moving on to the class etiquettes. Please make sure you have your correct ID, as that's how we note down you're here. Also, make sure you have parental supervision. Make sure you have your mum or dad with you in the class. Make sure you're sitting in a quiet place, so if you're called to the mic, we can hear you. Also, make sure you're wearing a head covering. This can be a scarf or a dupatta for nasirat, and a scarf and a topi or a cap for at-tafal. Make sure you're wearing clean clothes. It should be like you're going to the mosque, or if you're going to school, you wear clean clothes to school, or if you're going to the mosque, it should be the same procedure over here. And lastly, make sure you have done ablution or wuzu, as we will be reading the Quran. So I'll quickly send in the link to the attendance list, if everyone can fill it in, so we know that you are here. So I've sent it into the chat. Moving on. So as it's Wednesday and it's class 39, we are doing the rule of assimilation, and we're going to continue on idgham, and we'll be learning about idgham naqis. As in class 38, we did idgham kamil. Now we're going to be doing idgham, but this is another type of idgham, which is idgham naqis. The material for today's class is from Talimul-Quran, lesson 20, pages 83 to 84. The practice text is exercise 20.3, and from the Holy Quran, it is Surah Al-Falaq. So we'll move on to our rule. So we are doing idgham today, which means to merge and assimilate. Many words of the Holy Quran carry a quiescent letter between a mutaharrik, mushaddad letter. These letters are assimilated in accordance with the rule of recitation. At present, it is important to know that there are two broad categories of idgham. In idgham kamil, complete assimilation, a quiescent letter is ignored and omitted while it in the second category, i.e. idgham naqis, which is partial assimilation. The sound of a quiescent letter, i.e. nasal sound, is pronounced to some extent. So I'll explain this further, moving on. Just keep a difference between idgham kamil and idgham naqis. As it says, there are two broad categories, meaning they're very different from each other, and we should keep the difference between them. As idgham kamil is complete assimilation, idgham naqis is partial assimilation, which we'll see throughout this lesson. As I've highlighted the first sentence, it's good to keep this in mind, that many words of the Holy Quran carry a quiescent letter between a mutaharrik and mushaddad letter. These letters are assimilated in accordance with the rule of recitation. So if you keep this in mind, we will know what idgham means, as it helps us to remember, as it also gives us an example, as many words of the Holy Quran do come between a mutaharrik and mushaddad letter. So yesterday you had done idgham kamil and you had practiced it on the surah. So now we'll move on to idgham naqis and we'll do exercise 20.3. So over here we can see there are some texts written. If ya or mim mushaddad appear after noon sakin or tanween, assimilation, meaning idgham, will take place with a 2-second nasal sound. Only one stroke of tanween will be used in assimilation. So we can see for the first four example, there is a small box which is green, which also reads how we will be reading this, which can be like a helping guide for us. So I'll call a student to the mic to recite with me. G1 779.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
Okay. So we'll be starting off with this example over here. Do you want to have a go? Assalamu alaikum G1 779.
Yes.
So as I said before, we're going to be starting off with idgham naqis, and this is the first example over here, where there is noon sakin, which is in blue, and then R red, which is ya mushaddad, is the one where we do assimilation, which takes place with a 2-second nasal sound. So whilst we read this, remember that we need to do 2-second nasal sound, as that is the rule we are doing today. So do you want to have a go at this first example?
Yes.
Good try. So I'll read this once for you, and then you can have a go as well. Mi yawmin. Well done, mashallah. Now moving on to the next example. Now over here, we can see that the letter where we're doing our assimilation is waw, so it's waw mushaddad. So we need to keep in mind our 4 letters of idgham naqis, which are ya, noon, mim, and waw. So we can see over here we have waw mushaddad, and before in blue we have our tanween. So if you could please have a go at this example for me.
Waliya wala.
Okay, good try. I'm unable to hear you properly. So I believe that you're not joining. So we can see over here we have ya with tanween. We have fatatan, which we will be joining to the waw mushaddad. But remember to make the sound of 2-second nasal sound. So we need to make the sound of tanveen as well. So I'll read this once and then you can have a go as well. وَلِيًّا وَلَا.
وليا ولا.
Well done. Really good job, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, G1779. So we'll call another student as well.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, G1704. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. We'll start off with the third example with you. So remember, as we're doing the rule of idgham and naqis today, we need to remember as we have noon sakin, which is the blue letter over here, and then we have our mim mushaddad. This is where we do our assimilation, meaning idgham, and we'll be doing 2-second nasal sound. So just remember that whilst reciting today. If you could please have a go.
أقم معهم.
Well done, mashallah. So just remember to keep your 2-second nasal sound as the listener should be able to hear it very clearly. So I'll read this once and then you can have a go as well. أقم معهم.
أقم معهم.
Well done. Really good job. And the second and the fourth one as well.
أن يشرك.
Well done. Really good job, mashallah. So moving on to the second line over here. I'll quickly highlight it for you. This example, you can see there is a mixture of words over here, a mixture of letters. We have our rule of Hamza Sakin first. Then moving on, we will be seeing our idgham naqis, and then finishing off with a dhamma then. So if you could please have a go at this example.
مؤمنة ودية.
Well done, really good job. So I can see all three major rules. You've done really well. Just keep in mind that we need to hold for 2 seconds. So I'll read this and then you can follow after me. مؤمنة ودية.
مؤمنة ودية.
Well done. A really good job, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, G1704.
Allah Hafiz. جزاك الله.
Allah Hafiz. Now moving on. G1729. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G1729. I think they've left. Moving on. G1721.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. So we're over here on the second line and second example. I'll just highlight it for you over here. So over here, we're doing idgham naqis, as we can see that we have our tanveen, which is the letter in blue, and then we have our letter ya mushaddad, which tells us that we need to do idgham naqis. Also, just keep in mind that on the ta, we have our mad kabir, so we need to prolong this for 4 to 6 seconds.
Okay.
So could you have a go for me, please?
Yeah. يطير.
Well done, good try. So first of all, over here, the ta, the first letter, it's a thick letter. So whilst we read this, we need to read it thick. And then whilst we join the ra with the tanveen to the ya mushaddad, we need to make our 2-second nasal sound over here. Just remember, only one stroke of tanveen will be used in assimilation. So we won't be doing the tanveen. We'll just be using one stroke. So we'll pretend that there is a kasra there. So I'll read this once and then you can have a go as well.
Yeah.
طائر يطير.
طائر يطير.
Well done. Really good job, mashallah. Now we'll have a go at the next one as well.
فلا ما مؤمنون تن.
Okay, well done. We can see that we have tanween over here, but we have to do our 2-second nasal sound whilst we join it to the meme mushaddad. So I want to hear the meme mushaddad sound as well as the noon sakin as well. So when we do our nasal sound, the 2-second nasal sound, you need to also join it to the meme mushaddad.
Okay.
So I'll read this once and then you can have a go as well. وَلَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ.
ولا أمات تم مينات.
Well done, really good job. Just keep practicing at home as well, so you get better for your noon sakin whilst joining it to the meme mushaddad. Otherwise, you've done a really good job today. Now, could you just finish us off with this last example?
أن يؤتي
Well done, good try. As I said before, we're gonna be joining it to the ya mushaddad. So whilst we join it, we need to hear some nasal sound. So I'll read this once and then you can have a go as well. أن يوقع.
أن يؤتي.
Well done. Really good job, mashallah. So Jazakumullah for coming to the My G1 seminar. We'll call another participant.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, so G1793. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. Is this G1793? G1793. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, alhamdulillah. So we'll move on to the third line over here. I highlighted the example. We can see over here we have idgham naqis. As I've said before, remember your noon sakin. Whilst we join it to the ya mushaddad, one of our 4 idgham naqis letters.
Yep.
And remember to make the 2-second nasal sound whilst reading. So if you could please have a go.
لن الله.
Well done, really good try. Just remember, we need to join this to the ya mushaddad. So as we do, remember for one stroke for tanween, we need to join this, like make a sound, which I'll just show you right now, and then you can have a go as well. لن يجعل الله.
لن يجعلناه.
Okay, well done. Just over here we have lam. So I'll read this again for you. لن يجعل الله.
لن يجعلناه.
Well done, good try. So just keep on practicing and hopefully, inshallah, you'll get better at joining with this. So just keep in mind, whilst for tanween, which we'll be showing you in the next example, we need to only read one stroke as we're doing a simulation, meaning idgham. Do you want to have a go at this example?
Yeah. سكنا.
Well done. So as I was saying before, we have fatatan on the noon. Just for this rule, idgham naqis, only one stroke of tanween will be used in a simulation. So over here, I've highlighted it in the text. As it says, only one stroke of tanween will be used
Okay.
whilst we join it to the waw mushaddad. So I'll read this once for you, and then you can have a go as well.
Okay.
Sakanawa.
Sakanoa.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done a really good job today. So now we'll call another participant.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could please have G1713. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G1713. Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. So we will be moving on to this example over here. I'll quickly highlight it. So if you could please have a go at this example.
Maya. Khafu. Fu.
Well done. Just keep in mind, alif madhiya is prolonged for just 2 seconds. Otherwise, the ruler with idgham and nakis was done very well, mashallah. Could you have a go at this example as well? G1713.
Aza.
Well done. Now we have our So well done over here. You've read the first part very well. Now we're just joining the ba with the tanween to the mim mushaddat, which is a ruler with idgham and nakis. So just over here, just cancel out one stroke of tanween, and then whilst doing 2-second nasal sound, join it to the mim mushaddat. Do you want to have a go?
Yes. Min.
Well done. So I'll read this once for you, and then you can have a go as well. Azabam min.
Azab. Min.
Well done. A really good job, mashallah. Now we'll have a go at this example as well. Could you please have a go?
May. La. Tawa. Hi. Ta. Tan.
Just remember, we need to do a 2-second nasal sound whilst joining the ta with the tan to the waw mushaddat. So I'll read this once for you, and then you can have a go as well. Maylatan wahidatan.
May. La. Tawa. Hi. Ta. Tun.
Well done. A really good job, mashallah. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic G1713.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Okay, next 1739. G1739. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay, so we'll move on to our next participant. G1760. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So we'll do this example over here. If you could please have a go.
La. I. Bun. Bun. Bawa. La. Bun.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job over here. Just over here, remember, whilst we're joining our tanween to our waw mushaddat, one of our 4 idgham, the idgham in naqis letters. So we have ya, noon, waw, and mim. So for waw mushaddat, we need to remember to make a 2-second nasal sound while joining it to the waw mushaddat. So I'll read this once for you and then you can have a go. لعب ولهو.
لعبتم.
Well done. So you've done your idgham and nakish rule very well. And then we can finish off over here.
لهو.
Well done, mashallah. And now could you have a go at this example as well for me?
بروج. جم. جم. جم.
Well done.
شاية. هاد.
Well done, mashallah. So over here, I'll read this one for you and then you can have a go as well. بروج مشجدة.
بروج.
Well done. Just remember over here to make your 2-second nasal sound. Otherwise, very well done. G1 760. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. Could you just continue from here? Okay, so I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'll read this once for you and then we'll continue to our next participant. بروج مشجدة. Otherwise, well done, mashallah. Really good job. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. So we'll move on. Jazakumullah. Okay, so if I could please have G1795. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Just to confirm to the G1795.
Yeah.
Jazakumullah. Okay, so we'll be moving on to this example over here. If you want to have a go at this example.
من ورقة.
Well done. So as we're doing idgham and naqis in this rule over here, we can see we have noon sakin, and then the next letter in red is waw mushaddad. This is one of the letters that we need to remember for idgham and naqis. And whilst we join this, we need to remember our 2-second nasal sound. So I'll read this once for you and then you can have a go as well. من ورقة.
من ورقة.
Well done. Just keep in mind that we need to hold for 2 seconds for our nasal sound. Otherwise, well done. Now, could you have a go at this example over here?
فاستقرض.
Well done. Good job. So we can see over here that we have tanveen. And I've highlighted at the top, it says only one stroke of tanveen will be used in a simulation. So for here, for Dhamatan, we will only use one stroke. And then remember to make a 2-second nasal sound whilst joining it to the waw mushaddad. So I'll read this one for you and then you can have a go. فَمُسْتَقَرٌّ
ومستقر.
Well done, mashallah. Now, if G1796 could have a turn as well.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please have a go at this example, just keep in mind that we have ba with tanveen, kasratan, and then we have our waw mushaddad, one of the four letters of idgham nakis. Otherwise, please have a go.
Ratbim wala.
Well done, good try. So just remember we need to hold for 2 seconds for our nasal sound. So I'll read this one for you. Ratbim wala.
Ratbim wala.
Well done. And then next, could you have a go at this example?
Shia. Shia. Awwa.
Well done, good job. As it says at the top, only one stroke of the noon will be used in the simulation, which you done very well, mashallah. Just keep in mind, and this is to everyone, that we need to do a 2-second nasal sound, as we need to do a simulation, partial assimilation, as this is the rule with Ghamin Nakis. So I'll read this one for you, and then you can have a go. Shiya'un wa.
Shiyamba.
Well done, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, both of you.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. 798. Okay, we'll move on to our next participant. I think he might have some mic issues. G1716. G1716. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we'll move on to this example over here. Could you please have a go?
Can I please repeat after you?
Yes, no worries. So I'll just quickly explain the rule over here, and then you can have a go after me. So we can see over here we have a letter in blue, meaning this is our tanveen letter. And then we have meme mushaddad, which will appear after, as we have tanveen first, and then we have our meme mushaddad. Just remember to do 2-second nasal sound whilst we read this. So I'll read this, and then you can have a go. Naba'im mustaqarrun.
Naba in
Well done.
Rin.
Well done, good try. So I'll read this once again for you. Naba'im mustaqarrun.
Naba in Rin.
Well done, good try. So just keep on practicing. Otherwise, well done. And then the next example over here. مودة يا ليتني. So over here we can see the waw will be joined to the da with the tashdid, and then the ta with tanveen will be the one that we join to ya mushaddad whilst doing our 2-second nasal sound, as it's the rule with ghamin nakis, like this. مودة يا ليتني.
Mawadda ya
Wow, so just keep on practicing at home as well. Otherwise, you've done a really good job today, mashallah. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. We'll move on to our next participant now. If I could please have G1 794. G1 794.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. G1 794. Is this G1 794?
Yes.
Okay, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. So we will be moving on to this example over here. If you want to have a go.
Taniyatun.
Well done. Good job. So I can see you've done your 2-second nasal sound. And you've remembered the rule that only one stroke of the tanween will be used in a simulation. Well done, mashallah. And then could you have a go at this one as well?
Shaitanum maridan.
Well done. Over here, I'll read this one for you. And then you can have a go. Shaytanam maridan.
Shaitanum maridan.
Well done. Really good job. And then lastly, could you finish this off?
Shay'un.
Mind that we need to do 2-second nasal sounds like this. Shay'in.
Shay'un.
Well done. Really good job, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Jazakallah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. So, as we've completed our exercise of 422.3, we'll now move on to the Quran portion. So, today we're doing Surah Al-Falaq. So, over here we can see that we have 5 facts that can help us in the way, as this class G1 is to learn in a fun way. So, these are some facts that we can see on the screen. I can read some for you. So, we can see 30-part number. Holy Quran has 30 parts. So there are 113 chapters. So Holy Quran has 114 chapters. So we see over here the verses. Holy Quran has 6,348 verses. And for the rukus, Holy Quran has 558 rukus. And there are 20 orders of revelation. So we can see over here, this is some general knowledge that everyone should know relating to the Quran. So today for our surah, as I said before, is Surah Al-Falaq. We can see over here, it's displayed on the screen. So as we did the rule of Idgham and Naqis today, which I can repeat for you. So we can see that Idgham and Naqis, I'm not sure why, but there isn't any examples in the surah. But I can repeat the rule so everyone does know. Idgham and Naqis is partial assimilation, the main thing that we need to know. The sound of question letter, meaning nasal sound, is pronounced to some extent. So we will be reading the surah today. If I could please call a student to the mic. So we'll have G1 721. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. So we'll be reading the surah today with you.
Okay, I'll read. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Where are you? Qul a'udhu birabbil falaq.
Well done.
Min sharril ma khalaq. Should I start?
Yes, go ahead. So we'll just read one ayat so everyone gets a turn in the class.
Okay.
So well done over here. You read the second ayat, the verse over here. I can see that you did your rules very well as well. Just remember whilst joining for tashdid that this should be joined thick as we have ba as well. So we need to join it strongly. Otherwise, very well done, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. Now, if you could please have G1799.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. G1799, is this you?
Yes,
Okay, how are you today?
I'm fine. Jazakallah, how are you?
I'm good as well. Jazakumullah for asking. So we'll move on to the next verse over here.
Yes,
So you can start off from here.
yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من شر ما خلق
Well done. And the next one.
ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب.
Well done. Over here, Qaf, remember that this is our thick letter. So just keep that in mind whilst reading. Otherwise, well done. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today, G1799.
Jazakallah, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Now we'll move on to our next participant to finish off the surah. G176064. G1764. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G1764. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay, so call another student to the mic. G1708. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could just please start off from here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن شر الوسواس ومن شر النفاثات في العقد.
Okay, well done. Just over here, we have no lam. So we'll just be joining the ra mushaddad to the noon mushaddad. So I'll read this one's for you, and then you can have a go as well. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ.
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد.
Well done. And then the last ayat.
ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, and Jazakumullah for all who participated today. So we'll move on. So for the homework we have today, as we've been doing a simulation, Idgham Naqis, just practice exercise 20.3 as we did today, pages 84. So we have covered it all today, but in your own time, you can spend more time on this over here. So this is the exercise we are talking about, which you can practice. You can also listen to the Quran from Surah Al-Falaq. You can listen to the recording of that from Al-Islam from the link over here. So that is your homework for today. We'll finish off our class with a daily dua. So we'll have a student to the mic. If I could please have G1775. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G177. Alhamdulillah. G1775. Assalamu alaikum. I can see that someone's mic is open. Okay, so we'll call another student to the mic. G1793. Assalamu alaikum. G1793. If I could please have you to the mic. Okay, so I'm not sure if you have a technical issue. G1742. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you today?
I'm good, mashallah. How are you?
I'm good as well. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with Tawuz.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Well done on the translation.
Okay. I seek refuge of Allah from Satan the rejected. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Well done. So I'll move to our prayer. I'll recite this one and then you can have a go as well. اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم.
اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم
واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. And then can you finish this
واجعله. Okay. O Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah, very well done. G1742. Jazakumullah to all who participated today as well. Just remember that we have homework for today, as it's a simulation Ghaminakis that we practice today. And you can listen to the Quran from the Holy Quran chapter 113. So Surah Al-Falaq from Al-Islam from the link over here. Otherwise, Jazakumullah for all who attended today. And we will finish off our class over here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.